Now, usually I would say welcome to another podcast of the current situation at Manchester United. But as I have expressed in my previous video podcast, is that I cannot take the opposition by its full name. Basically, one expectation doesn't mean it will be a reality. And based on my prediction of yesterday's preview for today's game against Sheffield United, my prediction was 4-0. Okay, that was my prediction. Because I thought United was in a good place, to put Sheffield United in their place because they're in 20th place. And as far as I'm concerned, that's the lowest place in the Premier League table. And I told you guys, the Premier League is like a football jungle. The strongest doesn't only survive, the weak can actually survive, if only for 90 minutes. We were taken aback by Sheffield United. And based on the starting level, I wasn't expecting Matic to start again. I don't want this video to be long. This will be shorter than 10 minutes. It will should be shorter than most of you guys' 6 lives. Pause. But Manchester United lost against Sheffield United in today's encounter. Now, like I just told you guys, the starting level, I wasn't expecting the starting level because Twanzebe started. Matic started. So Scott McTominay was taken out of the starting level. So he replaced experience with that of Nemanja Matic. Paul Pogba played as a double pivot still with assisting the aging yet declining Matic. Mace Greenwood stayed on the right hand side. Rashford started and Martial surprisingly started. Now Martial is a funny one because Martial, based on his performance in the game, he wasn't. If I was a blind man, let me say that again. If I was a blind man and I had a son that was watching Manchester United and I had to follow him based on what he's telling me because I'm blind, but my ears kind of pick up because when you lose a sense, I should say, the other sense is going to pick up. It's going to compensate for what is lacking. And if my son is telling me that Martial, and I don't know that much about football, but he's talking about Martial saying that he's lazy and so forth and he doesn't want to move in space, collect the ball and, put those chances in the back of the net. I would think, based on what he's saying, that Martial is a lazy slug. I would think that he's talking about a late 29-year-old player, if not a early 30s-year-old player. That's what you would think if I was blind. But the reality is that that's not the case. My man is in his young 20s and he's moving like depression take a hold of his life and take a toll on his life already. He's not making any aggressive moves in the box, Martial. I'm not saying he shouldn't be starting, period. But in terms of his display, it's not that he doesn't have it's not that he doesn't have the talent, Talent can bring you so far. Only near to a cul-de-sac. Work ethic beats through that cul-de-sac and continues the journey. Martial, I don't know what is happening in his personal life. I don't know if, I don't know. And I don't have a desire to know. But as far as I'm concerned, bro, just, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer probably he's licking your ass or something. But I don't know why he started today. He should have started Cavani. Now, Cavani had a few sloppy touches, but overall, in terms of his movement and comparison with Martial, you would think that Martial is in his late 20s and Cavani is in his early 20s. The reality is that it's the opposite. In retrospect, my man Cavani is like in his early 30s. But if you're talking about commitment and proper striking movement, then nah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I just anyway, you guys don't need to know that. So yeah, basically the starting 11 was not as expected, but we fell at the first. Sheffield United drew first blood from a set piece from a corner, and I think David De Gea should have done better in that situation. Yeah, he got his cherry busted by, I think it was a defender, but either way it was scored by a header, and United got back at it with a header from a corner through Harry Maguire. But this is where I ain't go, blame Swansea because that's just out of his control. But that shot, no, let me time out. Let me, because again, I don't want this to be long. But this is what I must say, bro. Zonal marking is dead in football in big 2021. Again, I'm not going to preach. I'm not going to teach. I'm not going to give a big endorsement speech. This is what I'm going to say to you guys. Zonal marking in today's climate of football is dead. That's dead. As far as I'm concerned, that should not be even seen the light of day. Most persons are pressing. You have sides like Southampton pressing. That second goal should not have scored. United was too lackadaisical, lethargic, and speaking of Marcel being lazy. We were too laid back. We were too passive. Why United were not making a move to win the tackle and try to go counter-attack and win the battle at the end of the pitch by scoring a goal? Because we basically were saying, come at us, bro. Come at us, bro. No, you should be coming at them. You're at home, bro. How much? Remember, this is our second way. We lost to Tottenham at home, Crystal Palace at home. So I think this is our third defeat at home. I mean, that is not home. That is not fortress form, bro. But yeah, the goal was deflected. It was one of those FIFA deflected goals, but they all count. We could have done better, way better, but we didn't. Sheffield United would be busting their nuts like everywhere because they haven't won a game since probably in the Premier League. I'm talking about, I'm not talking about in our competition because I think they won a game in the FA Cup round or something like that. But basically, bro, Sheffield United hasn't won a game since prime COVID-19, and that was last year, probably June or something like that. So no, the season finished in June or May or something like that. Anyway, the point being is that they haven't won a game since forever. So they'll be beating about themselves. And look, see, this is the funny thing, people want to have an empty belly by getting beaten by other sides. When they go play United, they want to go to the dinner table and eat. So they won't get defeated. But they want to eat the defeated. And the defeated was United. You see me? So, them putting on an Oscar winning award performance against us. And in the next game, you can best believe. And again, this is not a 365 bet channel. But you can best believe that they're going to get beaten in the next game. Ironclad guarantee. But because it's United, and United is in possession of their best goalkeeper, if not their best player last season, they want to put on the best performance of the season. Let us not withdraw points. City is in first place, but this is not the end of the battle. The war is still at hand. Things can still go as planned. We can still continue the form that we have. So it wasn't the best performance, but then again, we can do better, isn't me? So again, I won't be beating up United about that. We have better players. and we'll go improve. And I'll show you guys in the next video podcast. Stay blessed and don't stress. Go to your bed, adhere to your curfew. Good night.